PICI standpoint and the entire Parker Institute network, we're absolutely thrilled to bring the Gladstone Institute into the family as a full member center, with new investigators and with all of that fantastic science. What is it from your standpoint as a leader in that institute that really made you want to become on board as a member center?
PICI has been a centerpiece of my science for many years now, and it's been a community that's made a tremendous difference for me in terms of supporting new research directions with nimbleness that allows us to take big risks and try new things. It seemed absolutely critical to me to be able to have Gladstone be a part of the PICI community. And I think as we build a serious community around taking opportunities to build better immunotherapies, PICI is the partner that I was hoping to have, and I'm really excited about what we'll do together.
You can see this in the approach that you guys take to Gladstone. It reflects really the overall vision of what the PICI wants to do, which is you bring in experts from different areas and you come at that same problem sideways, right at it. Completely new technologies developed for totally different reasons and reoriented right at the problem. And this really, it exemplifies what we all share as a mission here, is to make these cancers curable diseases. Keep your eye on the goal and continue to push forward and bring in different experts along the way. One of the things that I think we're really excited about is to tapping into some of the new ideas, new technologies, and applying those to some of the clinical trials that we're running at some of our large clinical centers. This is something that this sort of cross-institutional collaboration, breaking down those barriers between the institutions, is really essential. And it's something that we're looking forward to working with the Gladstone to really push forward with.
I think that's one of the new powers of this field that we're calling genomic immunology. And now we can really measure what makes cells work or not work to cure cancer.
The key here is the work that you guys are doing. Is what is the program you need to tell them? Where do you need to go? What are the things you're trying to achieve? And it's amazing.
I think that, we still have a lot of work, right? We've seen through the power of CAR T cells, from including many members in the PICI network, that living cells can cure diseases that were previously curable, but still too many patients are not responding. So we have to learn, right? So we have to learn what are the genetic sequences that will make these treatments more powerful. And I think now we can learn those rules faster than ever before, but we have a lot of work to do. So there's fundamental biology that needs to be tested, discovered. We also have to learn how to make these treatments accessible to patients, right? These are still artisanal treatments that require enormous labor and expense and time. And that's something that holds people back from benefiting from these treatments. So we have to learn what the code is, but we also have to learn how to build the hardware faster than ever before and make it more accessible. And that will involve new ways of manufacturing cell therapies, and even thinking about how do we move the manufacturing inside the body. Could these cells be made inside the body with a one-time injection?
For me, and I know for the whole network, it always seems like, or it has at least for the past 5 years, it seems like we're right around the corner for major breakthroughs, and bringing a group like the Gladstone and tying that capability in. These are the kind of things that are going to kind of allow us to turn the corner. And this isn't just hyperbole we're talking about here. This is real. We see this every year. Every year at ASCO, it's a new immunotherapy that kind of blows up as a cures in a population, or incredibly deep, durable responses. And with every one of those successes, and actually, in fact, with every one of those failures, we actually learn something more that gets us closer to that vision. And what we are learning really is this cross disciplinary teams are really where it's at. And it's fantastic.
I think, I understand that there is frustration out there, that there's been too many decades since we've declared the war on cancer, and people are saying, where are the cures? But I think that people should also recognize it's happening, exactly as you said, that there has been a shift, and there are these moments in science where you can move, where you have enough tools and understanding, where all of a sudden things start to really take off. And I think that's what we're seeing. I think that's another thing we saw during COVID, that all of a sudden We had new ways of going after COVID faster than we could ever have imagined going after a new disease, thinking about new delivery strategies to deliver genetic instructions, that with lipid nanoparticles. I mean, this was science fiction a couple of years ago, but was implemented in a matter of months. And I think that we will see this also coming into cancer immunotherapy, that we will have new understanding and tools to act on it. Not only understanding the DNA sequences that control our cells and immune system, but the tools that will allow us to intervene and change those sequences to drive new ways of treating these diseases. And the speed at which we will see progress, I predict, will be astounding.